Hi Philothea, do you want to become happy or do you want to become holy? Do you find yourself far from God or you have no time to pray? If you're struggling with all this, I suggest you to read this book called Introduction to Devout Life by St. Francis de Sales. This book was written in the year 1608 and this book is considered a masterpiece of devotional and spiritual literature. Let me first give you a short life sketch of St. Francis de Sales. St. Francis de Sales was born in the year 1567. He was from the noble lineage, and after completing his studies in philosophy and rhetoric, he went to Padua to study law under the command of his father. For all these things did not satisfy the aspiration of Francis, for he had reserved in his heart to become a priest. So, after overcoming his opposition from the father, he finally became a priest. And after a year of his ordination, he went to a place called Salavas, where he worked tirelessly for next 4 years. And by the time he left from that place, there were about 40,000 people who got converted into Catholicism. After returning from there, he was ordained a bishop in the year 1602, and in the year 1608 he composed this masterpiece of his, and in the following year he wrote the other edition of the same book. He died in the year 1622 at the age of 56. That was the life sketch of St. Francis de Sales. Now let us see about this book. This book is actually the latest written by St. Francis de Sales to one of his penitents. So later they compiled this letters and incorporated into a book entitled Introduction to Devout Life. This book is divided into 5 parts. In the first part, talks about how to change the simple desires into firm resolution. In the second part, it talks about how to in, unite oneself with God by prayers and sacraments. In the third section, it talks about how to imbibe the virtues and overcome the vices with the opposite virtue. In the fourth section, it talks about how to overcome the common temptation. And in the fifth and the last section, it talks about how to renew oneself and how to become holy and how to remain in the God's presence all the time. When I read this book, I was really fascinated by the ideas it produces. This book says that all can become holy. All, yes. Those who are working in the offices, in the factories, in the school, in the universities, or elsewhere, all can become holy. And this book says that it is easy to become holy. St. Francis de Sales says that whatever we do, we must do it well and we must do it for the glory of God. And he says that be who you are and be that well.